that one. We think 5 minutes early. Start 5 minutes early, we can just take our time. There's nothing too complicated. Over the next couple of days, I hope to cover a wide range of topics concerning the four-wheel drive, maintenance of the vehicle, basic types of recoveries. Some we'll be doing, some I'm not going to go through the detail, otherwise we'll be here for hours and hours and hours doing. We'll just get through the book. How to use of a winch, I'll explain that one. I'm not pointing out the cable, otherwise it's going to take too long, but a turtle will get to use. A few knots and a few other things along the way. First question. What's the difference between a car and a four-wheel drive?
A car and a four-wheel drive?
Yes.
Four-wheel drive can go over things where a car can't.
The traction on a four-wheel drive, traction on all four wheels, whereas a car, normal, well, most cars, going a two-wheel drive.
Yeah. Anything else?
They're bigger?
Yeah,
Bigger tyres.
higher centre of gravity.
Yep.
Four-wheel drive can use in all terrain. There's sand, mud, bitumen, whatever. Basically it. There's also something else, especially no one more right now this, more we need, underneath the actual vehicle. Something more.
The 2 discs
Yeah.
and heavier suspension.
That way you can't read it. A normal car, you've just got your normal gearbox there, and your rear diff, the four-wheel drive, you got your transfer case and you got a front diff. It's a big difference between them. Plus you've got a lot of other things as well. I'll explain on as we go through the day. When it's used, cross country. Driving where maximum traction is required. And so I go in my little car, the wheels are spin, this is that, if one right wheel is spinning, you should have grip with the other, and you have your maximum. Negotiating steep slopes. You know, some people take their cars, try and get the cars through a lot of things, up to like the four-wheel drive, it's a lot more comfortable, easier on the vehicle. Four-wheel drive is meant for the job. Soft vertical rises, either up or down. As you'll see tomorrow, we've got a hill similar to about that, which you can go through the water, up, turn around, and drive down. With the four-wheel drivers, you've got the gear there. You don't need to touch the accelerator, put in that gear, the vehicle will drive itself. Across soft terrain, sand, mud, any other little things.
Snow.
Snow, mud, yeah, there's a lot of other things. Fun, isn't it? Water crossings, towing in separate conditions, launching and retrieving boats on steep ramps or improvised sites, extreme winter conditions, ice, snow, as you see. I think we just covered the next question. When does a four-wheel drive? How does a four-wheel drive work? Sorry? Any ideas?
How does it work?
How does a four-wheel drive work?
Well, it works with the two differential, transfer case front, drive and and then also you have 2 gear sticks
Yes.
to lower the range and to
Oh,
put it into 4
yeah,
drive.
put it on a
And then
higher
you've got
range.
your- Then you've got your locking thing to the front wheels where you can lock the front wheel hubs in. That's what it's called, hubs.
So while we're talking about the hubs, three-wheel hubs at the front. The actual one of the vehicles about that size. It makes it good to see. What I've noticed is a lot of people around here, vehicles parked out here, someone's either just lock them one end or lock them both in when you don't need it. You can have them in, but keep your distance on hard surfaces like the bitumen road, non-surface surfaces down on minimum. So the more you drive over in, you get what they call a wind-up, which can break your gearbox and plug up the disc.
Makes it heavier to steer too, doesn't it?
It does. You'll notice it. Like if you've got one end, you'll get a pull. The vehicle will be hard. If you've got both ends, you're driving a bitumen road. Even though we've got power steering in the vehicle, normally, you'll notice a big difference. It's like driving one of our small cars. The older ones, anyway, because it's got that hard, that pull that's fighting you. When you're doing that, you tune your tyres out. And at about $200 a tyre, $180 to $200 a tyre. I don't think we'd be in it much replacing too often. If you're ever going past the vehicle, definitely hurt to just have a look, make sure no one's got smart lead locked one in, like one of our members has already done. They actually lock both in. No, you lock one in, they drive it, vehicle went down. Here in the
Yeah.
it's not really good. When not to use full-wheel drive in it.
He's just driving around town.
Yeah, hard surfaces.
Oh.
Only use it when you have to. Like if we're going out on dirt roads, stuff that's rained, just when you get up the bitumen road, just lock them in. If you need it, you can just change gears and get into it. Like you think the roads are a bit slippery, you may use it, may not. At least if you've got locked in, you can get out, get your feet all muddy and dirty. And it saves time, unnecessarily.
And where you drive through snow.
Yeah. But like when we went up to Threadneedle, we didn't even use it.
I did. I had to.
Yeah.
We left it there for half an hour and it was 6 inches of snow and I had to put it in 4-wheel drive to get it out.
Is it like that? Yeah, when I went up there, we just didn't need it. I just slowed down a bit to make sure I was right. It's a matter of a bit of common sense. You just think about where you're going, what you're doing. It's a policy I got taught in the SES. 5 minutes of reconnaissance. It's thinking about what you're doing. It saves 5 hours of recovery. In other words, your vehicle sides off, what time you get people out to pull you out and whatnot. It's going to save a heck of a lot of time. But as you can see, the lock position, it's easily turned. The moment you get back on solid ground, when I turn the motor off, just stop it and lock it back. Afterwards I'll show you how to do it all. And when you do your changes. That's taking us best 5 minutes of 5 minutes and I allowed 40 minutes for it. So we're going to cruise through this. We'll actually get some extra work done. So we just covered the free-wheel hubs and hub distance in the next section. You know what free-wheel hub means? What does it mean?
Traction.
Like all normal cars have free wheel. And mine, it's the back wheels. On yours, it's the front wheel. Because mine's front wheel drive. You know, underneath your car, you've got that
Yeah.
bar that goes to the back.
Yeah.
That means your back wheels are driving the vehicle, pushing the vehicle along.
So that round thing.
Yeah, the round thing at the back, and you've got that round thing with that round that goes underneath the car.
Yeah.
That connects to your gearbox.
Yeah.
And it lets your drive shaft, goes to the rear diff, which drives your car, and that's how it's spinning around, it's pushing the car along. On mine, it's all done through the front, which means the car's don't actually get pulled along. Which means my back wheels just sit there to keep the car balanced.
And the brake.
Yeah. Okay. Gear selection, I don't have an OHP on it, but because I tried out sending papers, it's with OHP paper, you can have that in. Okay, gear selection is when you hover the vehicle, you'll see the large gear stick, you'll see the small one. You see H2, which is for your normal everyday driving. It's just two-wheel drive, that's all it means. Then you've got H4, probably later back, you've got H4.
Let this be a reminder to you all that this organization will not tolerate failure.
Oops! I did it again, baby. Yeah!
What led you through the hopelessly tangled underbrush of private security organizations to our door? Stellar word of mouth? Our fine client roster? Those flyers we put up in that public urinal?